Hi everyone, I am Mr. Ian and welcome back to Mathematics Classroom. Before starting today's lesson, I have to apologize to all of you guys since there are many tests and exams in these several months. So I didn't update my YouTube channel and didn't upload any videos on it. So I need to first apologize. So I want to say that in this lesson, I'm going to start a new series called Practice Makes Perfect. So we will put LCM, HCF, index notation, those things aside, and we might continue later. So I create this new series is because that I heard that many of my classmates also have difficulties when doing some of the mathematics questions in school. And I am a Form 1 student, so I want to create this series and go through some of the topic that you might learn or you have already learned in Form 1. And what about today? Today I'm going to divide my whole video into two parts. The first is an introduction of today's topic, and then there will be some difficult questions and we will do it together. So let's go and check what is our today's topic. So you just saw that today's our topic is angles and parallel lines. So I think in Form 1, we should have learned it or you are learning it about it. So there are 6 major things that you must need to know about angles and parallel lines. So I will now briefly explain all of them and I will give about 1 or 2 to 3 questions for every of them. Some of them is very easy, so I didn't provide any questions about it. So the first one, alternate angles. So when we talking about alternate angles, so you can look at this example, such that angle A is here. Its alternate angle will be here. It is very funny. However, I have to say that they actually, suppose this angle is called B, they actually have the same degree, have the same angle. If A is 123 degrees, B is also 123 degrees because of alternate angles. So let us look at a few examples. First one, we know that this angle is 66 degrees. So we need to find A. So first we need to write down. It is very easy. One step. Remember, every time when we are doing this, we also need to explain the reason. So why we know that angle A is equals to 66 degrees? Because they are alternate angles. So we need to write down alternate angles. So given that these two are parallel lines, since we've got this sign, so we jot down some points for the line segments, and then we need to explain that why. Because AB is parallel to CD, therefore they can form an alternate angles. So therefore the value of A is 66 degrees. So now I've got 2 more questions. Pause the video if you need more time. So this is the first one. Can you use about 5 to 6 seconds to get the answer? It's very easy actually, since it mentioned that these 2 lines are parallel with this sign. Therefore, it is a alternate angles. So B equals to 72 degrees. Why? ALT angles. And we need to explain. Because AB is parallel to CD. Therefore, the value of B is 72 degrees. let's see the last one. Pause the video if you need more time again. So it's very easy, I think. Again. Therefore, the value of 97 of C, the value of C is 97. So, did you guys wrote this? So it seems that every one of you is tricked by me. Why? Remember, when we are looking at questions, we must check carefully the question. We can see that actually in this question it didn't mention that these two are parallel lines. They are missing this sign. Therefore, we cannot show that they are parallel lines. So we cannot say that C equals to 97 degrees, since they are not AB and CD. We don't know whether they are parallel lines or not, so we cannot prove that they are alternate angles. Therefore, we cannot calculate C. Have you been tricked? So, for interior angles, we need to first know about corresponding angles. So, I shall teach corresponding angles first. So, for corresponding angles, which means that, suppose this angle is 75 degrees. Angle A will also be 75 degrees. It can be translated down to here, since they are parallel lines. Can you see this sign? So, for example, this one is 34 degrees, since, okay, I forgot to add the sign. Since this one is 34 degrees, while it is a parallel line, so according to the corresponding angles, A is also equals to 34 degrees. How about B? We can write it out again. B equals to 76 degrees. So how should we explain angles? And then again, prove that with parallel lines. AB parallel to CD. Therefore, so for interior angles, we can now explain about it. Still remember, since it is a parallel lines, so according to corresponding angles, this one is also same as A. As it is a straight line, while angle A plus 56 is all the angle on the straight line. Therefore, it equals to 180. So how should we calculate A when it is inside here for interior angles, such as we don't use the way on adding a corresponding angle? It's easy, so which means that it should be 180 minus 56 degrees equals to A. So, interior angles means that this angle and this angle, when these two angles are added together, it equals to 180 degrees. So, let's see. Since it is a parallel lines and they are interior angles, so how big is angle A? So we can write it down. Explaining why? Because of interior angles and AB parallel to CD. So therefore A equals to 57 degrees. So this is still the same. Be careful which information is useful, which information is useless. So I will now review the answer. Actually, in this question, it is a bit tricky because we cannot use the way on calculating interior angles. So somebody will ask why? Because this one and this one is not parallel lines, so we cannot prove that when they are added together, it is a corresponding angle. So we cannot prove that it is a corresponding angle. So we cannot even prove that it is an interior angle. So we need to use the way about 45 degrees. Since we add back these two, AB and CD, are parallel lines. So actually B equals to 45. Although it seems to be the same, but it should be a coincidence. We cannot get the result in other situation. So why I say that it is a bit tricky, because I tricked you in this question and you need to take focus to it whether it is a parallel lines or not. So actually it is a corresponding angles while AB is parallel to CD. Therefore the value of B is 45 degrees. So just now we talked about corresponding angles. So for the next one, vertical opposite angles. Vertical opposite angles means that when they are on the same point, such that is in this example, angle A is equals to angle B, angle D. So we can fill in. Angle DA is equals to angle D, angle B is equals to angle E, and angle F is equals to angle C. This is vertical opposite angles. For the next one, adjacent angles on a straight line. Since the whole total angle sum on a straight line must be 180 degrees. So whenever how many angles are there? There are 17 angles on this straight line. It is also still 180 degrees. So according to this example, angle A plus angle B plus angle C equals to 180 degrees. For the last one, angles at a point, which means that many angles are interacting on the same point, such that this point is called O. Angle A, B, C, D, E, F, all 6 of them also interact on the point O. So as we can have a circle over here, therefore angle A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F equals to 360 degrees. So just now I already mentioned about the most important part about angles and parallel lines. For the next video, I will talk about the next part. It is some of the questions, some of the basic questions about all the things I just mentioned before in this video. So remember to stay tuned for the next video. And that's all today. Bye bye.